Across the Commonwealth, there are some law enforcement families who will celebrate Christmas this year without their loved one. We want to honor those brave officers who lost their lives in the line of duty. A robbery investigation turned into a nightmare for a Richmond police officer in November when Officer Daniel Ellis was shot during an ambush inside a Richmond apartment. He was rushed to UK hospital, and hundreds of his brothers and sisters in blue held vigil there, praying for his survival. But he died a few days later.
On behalf of the Richmond Police Department, it is with a heavy heart that I regret to inform you that Officer Daniel Ellis passed away shortly before 2 a.m.
The heartache felt around the Commonwealth.
I didn't know the officer, and a lot of people didn't, but they're still, it's affected the community, and they're doing what they can.
Thousands of supporters lined the streets as Officer Ellis's body was brought back to Richmond from his autopsy in Frankfort.
The support that the public has shown has been tremendous, and we appreciate that because, we need support right now. It's really hard.
High school football games held a moment of silence. Businesses donated profits to his wife and young son. Thousands of people packed into Alumni Coliseum to say their final farewell to the officer. His co-workers spoke about his commitment and service to the department and community. An emotional farewell for an officer who dedicated 7 years of his life to serve and protect. 4 people have been arrested in connection with Officer Ellis's death. Raleigh Sizemore, the accused shooter, and Gregory Ratliff, who was in the apartment at the time, are charged with murder. Rita Creech and Carl Banks are charged in connection to the early morning robbery. All 4 have pled not guilty. On the evening of June 23rd, State Trooper Eric Chrisman was checking out reports of a reckless driver in western Kentucky when he was hit and killed by a semi. His life cut short at just 23 years old. He had only served 2 months with the state police before his death.
A very sad and tragic situation. This is the 3rd trooper in several months that we've lost in the line of duty.
A traffic stop in western Kentucky also ended in the death of Trooper Joseph Cameron Ponder. Authorities say Ponder pulled over Joseph Johnson Shanks, who was driving more than 100 miles an hour on I-24 in Lyon County. 2 young kids and 2 women were in the car when Shanks took off. Investigators say Ponder gave chase. Some 8 miles later, Shanks slammed on his brakes, causing Ponder to hit his car.
Mr. Johnson Shanks leaned out the driver's side window and fired several rounds into the trooper car, hitting the hood and the windshield and Trooper Ponder.
Troopers found Shanks the next morning. After refusing to put down his weapon, he was shot and killed. The holidays are also bound to be tough for the family of Nicholasville police officer Burke Rhodes. Investigators say he was involved in a 3-car crash on US 27 at Rogers Road back in March while on his way to training. Rhodes was married with 3 children. In all of these cases, their communities stepped in to show their support and honor their sacrifice. Thank you for joining us for this LEX 18 special edition of Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. We hope that you'll join the fight to keep our community safe. Your money will help fund the rewards that Crime Stoppers offers for tips that lead to an arrest. If you'd like to help support this nonprofit, just log on to bluegrasscrimestoppers.com. Remember, any amount helps. On behalf of Bluegrass Crime Stoppers and LEX 18, I'm Kristen Flum. Good night.